Planet Dolan.
From jumping out of windows to driving a car into a fence, the Planet Dolan crew reenacts some of the best true stories from our subreddit about the most desperate things we've done to attract someone. I'm Pringle the One, and today, I'll be your narrator. Number 10 was submitted by Drez101. When Gergat was in 5th grade, there was a girl named Melon who always talked about her makeup kit and lipstick. One day he went up to her and asked, "Do you want a date?" She blushed and said, "Well, if you drink out of a toilet, I will let you be my boyfriend." Gergat gulped, but agreed, and went to one of the toilets, which happened to have pee and the biggest poo he ever saw in it. But that did not stop him. He plunged his head down and drank it. After 10 seconds he stopped, and after texting a photo of himself with dookie all over his face, Gergat and Melon ended up getting together. Number 9 was submitted by Mosshoof. The most desperate thing Ramona ever did to attract someone was self-mutilation. After moving to the USA, she didn't fit in at all. There was one boy she saw every day at lunch who was sort of goth, but not too goth. Ramona didn't know how to get his attention. She gradually figured out he was in the goth crowd and eavesdropped a lot. Always having been a raver, she said she liked Korn and Slipknot, bought the expensive Hot Topic clothes, but that still wasn't enough. It came down to her carving a pentagram into her hand with a safety pin. She's not even sure if that's what did it, but they ended up going out for 2 months without so much as saying hello. They did brush each other's hand against one another a few times. Ramona guesses they were both really shy, but they eventually drifted apart, though she still has an amazing scar. Number 8 was submitted by KillerDogs1276. When Pandora was in 6th grade, there was a boy she wanted who was at her friend's sleepover. They were all outside, so Pandora said,
"I'm going to get something."
She ran upstairs to the 2nd floor and jumped out of the window. She jumped and she wanted to land either on him or the ground and make him feel sorry for her. But instead, she landed on a stone slab and broke her arm. He did feel sorry for her. After seeing him again, Pandora felt an electric fence and got an electric shock. She decided to never do it again. Number 7 was submitted by iliketrainsgirl. Dolan was 19 when he was in driving school and had a crush on a girl in his class. When it was time for the driving test, he climbed into the car and saw her. Wanting to impress her, he started up and yelled,
Hey, you want to see something cool?
She said, "Yes?" And being dumb, he tried to flip the car on the fence by driving really fast towards it. The driving teacher screamed, "What are you doing?" Dolan hit the fence and broke the car, but she did date him for being brave. Number 6 was submitted by doopyisawesome. When Nixium was in school, he liked the girl but hated her friends, who were mean. One day, for no reason, the girl stood up for Nixium and told off her friends when they were making fun of him. After that, they started talking on an app on their phones for several months. When he finally asked her out, she said, "Only if you run into the sign on the field and say, 'It's for Team Spirit.'" Of course, being the hormone-filled teen he was, Nixium said he would do it and ran into the sign. While the principal was giving a speech, worst of all was that the principal was right in front of the sign when he ran into it. Nixium hit the sign and then saw black. When he woke up, he was in the nurse's office with the principal, his mom, and the girl at his side. Although he ended up getting a concussion, Nixium and the girl dated for 2 months, but then broke up with her because she was too clingy. Number 5 was submitted by ThatGuyJeff101. When he was in college, there was a girl that Hellbent was head over heels for, but couldn't bring himself to ask her out. He finally worked up the courage to ask her out, but she gave him a soft and honest no. But he wasn't about to give up. He decided to lay a trail of rose petals from her dorm to his, but before that he lit a bunch of candles in his dorm and put a condom on his bed. So he started the trail, and it was hard work. When he was on the last 100 feet, Hellbent was going straight for 19 hours, but an eagle-eyed teacher noticed and asked him what he was doing. Hellbent explained, and she understood and simply walked off. After that, he was done, and rang her doorbell and then ran back to his dorm. 10 minutes later, the girl opened the door to his dorm, and, well, they had a good time. Number 4 was submitted by IzAnimationZ. Ladybot was staying over at a friend's house during the school year. With her friend living in another county, they had to take a bus to get to her house. On the bus, all the way in the back where they were going to sit was a really cute girl, Sharpie, and being the useless lesbian Ladybot was, tried to talk to her. Ladybot didn't realize that she had been told to sit down by the bus driver, so when the bus started moving, she ended up falling in Sharpie's lap. Ladybot said,
"I guess I'm falling for you."
In her state of being confused and really embarrassed, she went on to sing, "Hit me baby one more time," as loud as she could. When they got back to her friend's house, Ladybot played the ukulele and sung about how she was gay. She recorded the song and sent it to Sharpie, who eventually thought she was really cute, and they've been dating ever since. Number 3 was submitted by Hero Ninja 105. The most desperate thing McCallum ever did to attract someone was something he regrets. During 4th grade, he had puppy love and told his crush that he could jump off the playset and not break anything. The playset was tall, so when he got up to the top, McCallum jumped off and broke his leg and almost his arm. He was rushed to the hospital with his mom yelling, "Why would you do that?" McCallum didn't answer and just cried instead. The next day, though, his crush thought it was cool and signed his cast. They got together, but a year later, McCallum and his family had to move to the opposite side of the USA. Number 2 was submitted by SmolKawaiiNeko. The most desperate thing Spincis ever did to impress someone was going down a very steep hill on a bike. She liked a boy named Tulip who lived in her neighborhood and hung out with him from time to time. They lived in a neighborhood that had a really steep hill. One day, they were playing outside when Spincis asked, "Do you want to see me go down the hill on a bike?" Tulip wanted to see it, so she went to her house, grabbed her bike, and walked back to him. She got on the bike and sped down the hill. Well, she went way faster than expected and screamed, "Ah, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it." Spincis ended up losing control of the bike and ran right into a car. She flew onto the hood and the alarm went off. The owner of the car came out of her house and Spincis and Tulip explained what happened. The woman forgave them, and Spincis started dating Tulip because he thought he was really brave of her to do what she did. They still laugh about it to this day. Number 1 was submitted by me, your narrator, Pringle the One. The most desperate thing I've ever done to attract someone was when I was in middle school. There was this teacher. She was called Miss Jones, and man, Miss Jones was a good-looking teacher. Every time I hoped she'd call my name, always raising my hand, I always wanted Miss Jones to be like, "Pringle, you always seem to think you have the answer, but you're always wrong. Why do you keep putting your hand up?" And I would say to Miss Jones, "Miss Jones, it's not that I don't have the answer. It's that I'm trying my best to find it. Please help me, Miss Jones." This was just one of my excuses I did so that Miss Jones could keep talking to me. So on that same week, she was asking what was the answer to number 5. And then I raised one hand. She ignored me, so then I raised 2 hands. She still ignored me. So I started screaming, "Pick me, pick me, pick me, Miss Jones, please pick me." And she kept on ignoring me. I wanted her attention. I just wanted her to notice me so I can ask her out because I really liked Miss Jones, but she was just not paying attention to me. So this time, out of my desk, I just went up and stood up and said this, "Miss Jones, please marry me." She looked at me and said, "Pringle, please sit down and you will receive detention." My heart was broken. Not only was my attempt so desperate that I tried everything and I raised both hands, but she broke my heart. She broke a Pringle's heart. That same day at school, everybody laughed at me and told me I'm gonna always be as single as a Pringle. Huge thanks for the folks over on our Planet Dolan subreddit for submitting their stories. We have another question for you. What's the weirdest thing an ex has done to you? Let us know on the Reddit page linked below, and you might be featured in a future countdown.
This video was made possible by our fans over on Patreon. Thanks for your support, guys!
Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Take care, everybody. Peace.